Hey everyone, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This is the Great Western Railway. Checking out our paper train as it pulls into the goods factory. Between episodes I did a little bit of detailing, not a huge amount. Put in some cars on the foreground there and a whole lot of foliage around, and it just gave this place a little bit more love. This guy is unloading, and then he's going to come across this side. And the good news is, look at that, we have tons and tons of goods queuing up on the platform there. Yeah, between episodes I had to straighten out this road a bit. I hadn't noticed it, but when I put the road in, it was a bit more over here. It caused a massive wonk on the train track. And so, yeah, clean that up and put a bit of foliage underneath. This is one of our plastics guys coming in. And actually, this is the first thing I want to address today, because at the other end, it is dire, but I do like how this has turned out. Yeah, this is looking fantastic. Might put a little bit more detailing in, might put in some cranes and stuff, but I have gone around and sprinkled around some grass around buildings and lots of micro changes. And I love this drop off here, how it comes through. You can see the white line if I can find it. There it is. You can see there's actually a drop off station there. Let's have a look at this guy's line. And I think that guy's happy. He's just loading up. Are you loading up? Yeah, you're loading up. There he goes. Actually, we can actually watch him pull out if we want. See how it looks. Up out of the valley. Yeah, so right here there was a dip because the road pushed the track up. Because the track was laid on an angle, it made it a bit weird. That was the fix right there. It's still not great, but a little bit better. Right, so let's have a look at this route, particularly the car route. So this is how we're getting our plastic. I'm just following this purple, 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 purple. And as you can see, we didn't really pay much attention to this end of the equation. We told these people to wait, yet there isn't a second platform for the inbound grain that's coming in. So hopefully we can configure this and tell it's narrow to, actually I'm going to give it 3. And can we make it even longer? We can. Okay, that's plausible. And then I'm going to put this across to 2. And we should be also able to say, hey, you can also go to 3. So these blue ones can go out there if it's too full. And then hopefully that's going to fix things, because these are set to wait. Please wait till full. And that should hopefully mean that the grain guys are now going to drop off grain. You can see this guy has it. And yeah, so before we do anything else, I'm going to press pause because this is terrible now. Let's get this connected a lot better. We want to use, that's like a dirt road, I think. And I think we can just go up to there. It's not the best of dioramas, is it? But it's better than it was. And as long as you say you're connected, which you do. Actually, that's still a bit wonky. Let's get rid of that and that. And try that again. Yeah, so you go there. And you go there. Does that make it a bit better? Well, it still goes up to go down. I think what I need to do is, if I change the length of this, it should it be happy? Yeah, that should fix it. Yeah, it's now flat, so that can go there, and then this can go this way. Yeah, it's a bit better. I mean, I'm okay with that edge being so stark, but it's definitely better than it was. So, why are you so slow? Off you go. And hopefully, this will all get cleared up. The inbound's still pretty tight, but I think that's okay. These blues should fit in here nicely. And please go. I think there's some type of spacing going on. Yeah, because the blues are going to wait, I am tempted to leave them out here on these far far platforms. You need to go. Some type of weird spacing's happening here. And 4, 3, 2. I want you to this over here. Off you go. And hopefully this will just fix itself. 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. And I think we're pretty well clear now. Yeah, so they can all get in. Right, you need to go. You need to go. And yeah, hopefully that will make that a lot better. So while we're over here, my goal for today's episode, apart from undoing that chaos, is to work on the train line, actually way over here, because Ville, even though we've got this beautiful wheat line from over there, just over here, that brings it kind of online, and then this plastics one takes it way over there where it is. What I want to do is finish off the Hill Valley route. We started it very, very close to where we were at that factory. We come up the hill through Meryton, through Puttery, do a reverse onto ourselves, get to Durham, but we don't follow through and go to Ville. So yeah, Ville's the last city on the map that hasn't got passenger access. So the plan is to do single track here because there's not that many trains, and we'll continue through and finish it off. I don't know whether I want to go any further. Basically, if I went further, there we go, and done. That looks great. I love these little rural, boutique, remote towns. Yeah, so what I don't want to do is to follow through, go to Ville, and then go to Montguthrie, because basically this route comes off of the line that goes through here. So if I can find it, the Ivory Coaster. We have way too many things on. Go away, go away, go away. Yeah, so this one goes across there, and then this comes off as a T. I don't want this coming back through here and then back to Montguthrie, but it is attractive to go across to Tarshan. Oh, we still haven't done Neverall. That's what I hadn't thought of. All right, we have one more town. The way we fixed Tony was to put a bus in. I might put a bus in Neverall, but I think it is very plausible to get the train across here. As I said, I don't want to go that way because it would just be looping back onto the same line. But we could use it as a way of finishing the box. So basically, we have, if we can find it, we have, I lost it, so we need, come on, we want this one, I believe it's at the bottom of the screen. So we have across there, and hit the right thing, where is it? There. Yeah, so we have across the bottom, Great Dotton, we have up the left, Maybury Valley, we have across the top, all the way over to Swinton from Drestoon, we have the Ivory Coaster, and currently we have the Hill Valley that goes across to here. So if we are going to join it and make a box, like a square out of this, then I definitely don't want to go to Montguthrie. I want to make it go this way. So with that in mind, I have no idea whether that's actually what we're going to do, but with that in mind, the goal is that when the station gets put in Ville, it does it in a way that goes towards Tarshan. Now, Tarshan station is completely overwhelmed. It only has one platform. I think there's actually a bit of queuing going on as well. So if it does come down into here, I'm not convinced we'll actually join it directly. We may put there's another station over here, another cargo station. We may use something over here and then use buses between those two, that last sprint. But first things first, we've got to get to Ville, and in general, we want to end up probably either down low, like over here, or over, I think we want to be this direction rather than this direction. So scouting it out from a height point of view, let's work that out. I think we can get rid of all of these now. Thank you for your service. Let's get the terrain thing up. So if we look over here, right here, the height of the station is 61 meters. And we need to get to over here. So over here is 52. Down here is 24. So yeah, that's a long drop. So I'm pretty sure we're going to go over there. So that's 51. So we're dropping about 10 meters, which is doable. And then over to Tarshan, let's say we do come in somewhere over here. We're talking about 30, but it's a fair distance. So yeah, 10 meters from there to there, and then 20 meters from there down to there. So that should be plausible. So knowing that, we are going to come up on the north side, and I think we are going to let the town survive. So let's actually give this an ability to be deleted without people losing their houses. And let's put in a nice little simple road across here, parallel. Actually, what we should do is base it on this road. That house may lose its rights to live. You know what, you are going to lose your rights to live. All right, so that's where the station's going to be, and let's put it in straight away. So get the right thing, buildings, Great British Railway. I am still expecting this to be very low volume, so I'm going to go 80, one track, no catenary, and we will put the building right there on the corner of the road. And how are we going for height? I don't think that height looks too good, actually. So let's pull that height out. We'll do that a bit. Yeah, this field is probably destined to be demolished, and it still seems to be. Is it high? No, actually that's good. So right there. And what's the coverage like of town? It's most of it. We will give it some love, and we'll give it a bus route. Do we want to give it a loop? Probably not. It could just be a simple one. So you can go that way, and then one over there, and that probably should do it. And then let's probably shorten this a little bit. And we'll curve this down to there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, and then we'll just do some wanding to upgrade some of these roads. And that should do it for around here. Let's put a route in, new line from here to here, using our green color. And this is going to be passengers in Ville, not Villa, Ville. While I'm in here, one of the routes, if you were absolutely on top of what was going on, this line, when it got to the unloading thing here, I actually had it set to load rather than unload. I realized that moments after I finished the episode, so that got fixed. So yeah, if you spotted that 1 second of mistake last time, well done. Very well done. All right, let's get a bus on here and get it moving, I guess. I think there should be a depot in town there. And you can have a passenger guy, and we'll go for cheap. Just one, and you get to go to Ville. All right, so that's people wanting to go to the station. Let's get this track done. Actually, before I do that, I need to fix the station. And I need to destroy that. Actually, I need to destroy everything, because I want to have the lovely square platforms on the end of this. And like every other time, does this mean that I don't get to put down the passenger building? I don't. Every single time. Every single... Actually, you know what? I think this time I was going to delete the whole thing, but you know what? You can do it another way. You can do it by just moving everything out a bit. And our platforms, square platforms, that one, passenger buildings, that one, and you still reach. Let's move it a bit closer to the bus stop. How close do I want to make it? So if I put it there, yeah, it's kind of straight up the front. I think that one's better. And then we'll do some very, very quick, what do I want here? Probably this one. Some very big terraforming. No, it's not the one I want. I want this one. Nice concrete, pebbly thing going on. All right, we'll have to give that some beautification. And before I forget, let's put the end cap on this. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And one way around, 50-50 chance. And then other end. Done. All right. Let's get some track laid. No catenary thanks. Not for us. So we are going to be going up in the air. So where are we going towards? So we've got this. I think getting close to this road and following the road. I think we might cross it soon. See that trees? I think I might get across into there, then come this side. So we'll go there. And we'll do one notch and see. Actually, is one notch about correct? Please show me, please show me. It's not going to show me. Of course you're not. We'll do it this way instead. So, actually, I think I came a little bit too far to the right there. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I want to be pretty close to that road. And yeah, I might actually... Yeah, I'm just debating how much I want to go down. I think it might be too high already. That's all. Yeah, I think I might just change the road for that. And then around we come. You know, I probably should be coming from the other direction. Let's come from this direction and then we'll work towards it. Let's go straight out here. You can see that bulge there is where I pre-planned this. And I think we can start going down. We're allowed to use 2 notches on this route. And I'm going to be quite stark here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind if it goes left and right. And looks like we're going to make it pretty easily. And down, please. This looks like we're already too far down. Really? Okay. Are we a bit low there? We are, okay. Don't come down so steep. Well, that's good news. And horizontal. Horizontal, and then this is where we probably will start going down. And how are we going here? Maybe it's horizontal again? Which is kind of good because over roads it likes horizontal. And we may nearly be there. Done. All right, let's do some beautification. We'll flatten out some of these hills and make it not as bad. All right, so that's all the flattening, and then we'll just soften this. I think this is one of the situations where we can afford to have the smooth tool in operation. And we'll need to do a whole lot of beautification. But I think that's pretty good. Now, what are we going to do about dual tracking? We'll definitely do some beautification around here too. So that's pretty steep. Could that have been done better? Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of this road across here. And I think I am okay with that angle. Yeah, I think I'm okay, but we need to clean up some of this stuff. So that. And then we need to use some highway. And that is very steep, but I think it is what it is. We are falling down as fast as we can. The other thing we could do is go more over this way. Yeah, I think I might actually do that because I think we came a little bit too far to the right and caused all of that. I think we can afford to like curve this way instead. I think I might crow's fly that. Yeah, I think that's a bit better, and then we'll play with those. We'll play with those roads. So let's get rid of that road, that road, that road, that road. And yeah, there's a lot of these roads I don't think we need to keep because we'll use the environment. Because you've got this road into town. Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll make it so that this road across here gives the farmers a little bit of a shortcut through there. Yeah, and then we're gonna this whole area treat it as trees. Looks like it's this one. So yeah, we'll just fill this in, and then I'm gonna unfill the field. And I think what we should do is actually fill this whole thing in with wheat. So this one, and then I think all of this can be a beautiful wheat farm. Deliberately going too far because I'm going to unpaint the rest. And we'll make that nice and official. Might even put a dirt track there. I think that might be a good situation for some type of fence. And then let's bring this down a bit. And that won't be filled. That won't be filled. Force acquired. And yeah, that won't be filled either. In fact, I actually might encourage the town to enjoy this area. So we'll go to there. Yeah, I think that's good. And we'll do a bit of smoothification in there. Yeah. I'm interested. Did that change the route? It did change the route. Cool. All right. So a bit more over here. Wrong button. We want this one. And yeah, we'll get rid of all this darker color around here. And let's fix all this stuff up so that the farmers have something to do. And I think something like that. Nice curve around their property. And then along the train line. That looks good. And do we want to continue that along the train line? I don't think we need to. Under grasses, I think it's this one. Nope, it's this one. So we'll finish doing that. And what else needs doing? That's good, that's good. That'll be all town. Yeah, pretty good. All right, should we extend the line? So let's grab a train line over there. Actually, we should work out signaling and a passing lane, because I think it would be wise to do it somewhere. So we have a passing lane here before that station. We probably should have one maybe in the forest. Actually, forest needs to be untreeified. We went a little bit too far with our brush in there. So let's grab this, hit the side of the line. Is this a good spot for a passing lane? Actually, I think in here is a good spot for a passing lane. So we'll do that, and we'll follow the track and give it a nice long route. Signals along the way, simple, one way and one way. I think that's big enough to pass. And I think because this is the end of the line, people are on my case all the time for not having rail yards. I will give you a rail yard. So let's make it so that people can do a U-turn. So I think this way, we'll go this way, and then I'm going to merge into there, and we are going to put down a roundhouse, and I forget where that is. So if we choose everything round, table, what's that called? Where is that going to be? Who makes that? So it's not you. So it's not you. It's not you. No, no, no. Is it one of these things? No. It's not. It's not Ingo. It's not a train. It's not any of those. It's not that. Is it one of these things that gives you assets? Where is it? So none of those are a round table. That's all equipment, signs. Maybe one of those. This is all medieval, so that's not it. This is all recently acquired stuff. Oh, you know what it is? Is it a depot? Is it a building? It is. There it is. So we'll do A, and then M and N are the... But we could just make it so that there's only one of these. And so it just... I'll put something in the back, but we'll make it so you just come back onto yourself. It's just designed to be a 360-degree thing. And then we'll build all this up. Higher, please. And you know what we may do is we'll put a thing out the side. So what's it? HG. So let's go back this way. Probably around the J. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then we'll come out this way. We'll come out level, and then we'll dock on probably a smaller shed. I'm looking for something with just a single bay. I think this one's the smallest one, and yeah, simple as that. And then this isn't going to work, so it doesn't really matter, and that can go on there. And then this thing, we'll configure it to have one more. Yeah. And that can go on there, build anyway, because it's not real. And we'll flatten that all out. Smoothify, smoothify, smoothify. And then we'll give this a little more out this way. And that should do. And we've got to put a asset on there, of course. I think we are using, I want to say that we're using these, something like this on here. So yeah, let's park that there for no reason. And we'll park that one there. And yeah, that can go there as well. All right, and then we probably don't need to have everybody parked around there, so we can park a friend around there. And actually what I might do is delete that, and we'll put down a friend, and maybe do something big now, because this is a spur line, so we don't want anything that's kind of inappropriate. And I'm just trying to find something that's fun. What's something that's fun? Yeah, I think these ones were good. We'll just go for an older one. All right. And we probably could have put more. Actually, we should do it. Let's put some rolling stock there as well. So let's do carriages, something like. Oh, what do I want to do? Let's do something with a name on it. Buxton. For some reason, they are sitting there. Done. All right, little diorama. Let's smoothify over there. And what I am going to do is actually undo that. Strength 100, size 0. Let's make a very defined area of that height. And I'm actually going to deliberately make that a wall like that. And then let's put a fence on it. Fences solve everything, and we'll go for a big white picket fence because it's friendly but not friendly. We need a road in here, so it's probably going to be something like this. Adjust train height is turned on. And let's go across into the forest. And then we'll use a beautiful arc around the edge of the hill. And finish. And yeah, I think I might put in. Do I want that same wall? Yeah, let's do the same wall. And we'll go over to the station. I don't know whether that was good or bad, but it is what it is. Obvious thing to do to finish this off is some ballasting. Over ballast is the easiest thing to do. And then I'm going to put a road in here. We will smoothify that to get in there. Got to put in a fence that continues on this side. So let's go from here to there to, come on, let me do it. Oh, don't hold, I'm holding shift rather than holding C. Cool. And then track, merge in, and let's put some signals on this. Button. This one. Real signals. And yeah, that needs way more work. Needs a lot more work, actually. But yeah, it's not a bad start. We can get rid of that though. And that. Cool, yeah, that needs more love. I need to feather it out. I need to do this type of thing. Oh, well, in the end, I'm just going to do what needs to get done. And you know what? It's better than we had. Well, let's extend the line and get this thing operational. Manage the line. When you get to Durham, you are now going to go across to Ville and then come back to Durham. And simple as that. We have a passing lane if we need it. And that passing lane is going to be surrounded by some friendly trees. And I'm actually going to do it on both sides. And let's go to the mixed type, and then I'm just going to do mixed trees all along the line. Let's get that strength up a bit, that size up a bit. And done. And then obviously this side we'll need fences and lots of other stuff. And let's get rid of the trees on the track. And let's go find a train. So who is closest? So you are climbing the hill at the start, so that's not much use. You are waiting in Meriton to go down the hill at the beautiful Meriton Sunken Station. And are you just going to move up to the signal? Yeah, you're just moving up to the signal. And number 3, where are you? You are currently going towards Durham. All right, cool. Let's go for a ride and watch this go down the hill. Yeah, I'm glad that Ville finally is on the map. We still have that other one. I can't forget. What was its name? Was it Nattery? Not Nattery. What was it? It was called something. Neville? Whatever it was. We have one more. We'll do that next time. We'll just put a bus on it. I don't think it's practical to get a train over there. We should think about, well, I think I've actually just stopped us going forward after doing all that work. I think with the way that that yard has been set up, I don't think there's a way forward now. So it looks like that will be the end of the line for sure. We won't have any other way. If we do need to go forward, let's say that we want to do it for cargo reasons, then we'll have to have a spur off before that whole area got made. People are getting off down to 0. Does anybody want to go forward? They do. So sometimes they get on the sequencing of the game. Sometimes they get on because they think they want to go the other way. Why are you sitting there? Off you go. Go shoot. Oh, do we have a timer on this? No path. Interesting. So I bet one of those signals was done the wrong way. So you are one way. Actually, what it might be is we're down at Ville. We have the wrong station? No. Interesting. So sometimes this happens because they just try to continue what they were doing before. No path. Interesting. See how that doesn't come back? So weird. There's definitely a path there. So there must be. Is there a one way? Oh, these are one way. That's why. That is why. See how these icons only have one light? And there we go. So let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. And you should be happy now. Yep, there we go. Maiden voyage, off we go. There is a mod out there that changes the boom gate timings. It brings them down earlier. I am tempted to get it. I'm kind of like, there's a balance here because I'm kind of like, I don't want to be adding mods. So it makes it easy for you guys to download the map at the end. I don't want to have to tell you to download 200 mods, especially when some of those mods may disappear. But on the same point of view, I do also want to produce an effect, a narrative with the game play, with the way it is. So yeah, I might get that mod that changes the timing. We probably, and I'm going to do this while this is moving, we probably should dupe this and get another one, because I don't know where it's going to spawn from, but I am pretty sure now that we have one more station on the line, we're going to need to have more rolling stock. Across it goes, passing lane. I assume this is going to be long enough. Yeah, so the tail is in before the head hits the front. Okay, that works. So we can have a passing lane there. Not that it matters, but it won't block the road. Yeah, we cut down the valley a little bit here, but not a huge amount. Speed, okay, we're going down here, we're getting 50-ish, which is okay. I think in this era we could be looking at 90s if we really wanted. But I think it's kind of nice to have this older looking train going through the countryside. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. And down into Ville. You know what? For a little compound that was thrown together pretty fast, I'm okay with that. Do we have anybody? Absolutely zero. What we haven't done is put a rain cover on it, but you know what? I don't think I will bother. I think this one can be a rainless one. What we could do, and I don't think I will do it, is we could make it actually go forward into a fake station and actually do that U-turn action. We could actually make it do a U-turn out there. Transport Fever 3, please give us turntables. I know it's close to impossible to organise, but that would be kind of cool. That upgraded road is ugly. At least give me the old one. Give me one of those instead. That looks better. Alright, well, you know what? We'll leave it there. I am happy with a very quick effort at an end of the rail line, little depot area, maintenance area. We can definitely do a little bit more in here, put some car parking spots and maybe some even an engine shed, like, you know, for parts and stuff. But yeah, I'm happy with that. And do we have any customers? No. So, but yeah, Ville is now online on Hill Valley, so that is good news. We will leave this episode here. As always, don't forget to subscribe to see more Great Western Railway action. The series is coming to a close, but there's definitely going to be something after it, and it also will be steam era based. It probably will be Great Western Railway, but I also will probably sprinkle in LNER and other well-known British steam engine era locos and stuff. But yeah, particularly we'll keep with the same era as far as detailing is concerned. Thanks so much for watching. Put a cheeky like on the video, and we'll see you next time. See you, everybody.